Hey, what's up, people? Back at you again. Yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this Gucci and Prada with the whole blackface and everything that's been happening in the media. The CEO of Gucci will be coming to Harlem to meet with Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan is a legendary fashion designer from back in the 80s and 90s. He was a fashion designer for drug dealers and rappers of that era. A lot of the leather designs or like the Louis Vuitton or Gucci designs that you see from those artists back in the days, that's custom made. Dapper Dan made them. Mike Tyson, you know, a lot of people used to go to Dapper Dan. The most notable probably item that you probably remember, I believe that he made the jackets and the Salt and Pepper video, the Push It video. I believe that's a Dapper Dan design, but don't quote me on that. But, you know, he did things like that and things of that. You know, that type of style, and that eventually the big fashion houses, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and all of these people began to steal his ideas, although he was stealing their designs. You know, they print back then. They began to steal some of his ideas. So, you know, supposedly the CEO of Gucci is supposed to come down and meet with him because of this new design that Gucci made that is basically like a pullover, and it's like it looked like a knitted pullover type thing that reaches all the way to your mouth, and it's all black, but around the lip area is red. So it's basically the Sambo blackface caricature. When you look at it, that's what it looks like. Also, last year, I believe Prada had to take out of their stores these little keychains that would come with their bags and their products, depicting they said it was a little monkey, or it was a little monkey keychain, but one of the monkeys had were all black, and around the lips they had, you know, red lips. So we know from back in the days, you know, this is the way that they used to depict black people, with big lips, real dark faces, bulging eyes. And these are derogatory ways these were derogatory ways of how they depicted us in the very beginning of American television, which this caricature, or how they depicted us, is the way that the world sees us, because these images went from America to the whole entire world. So now the whole world views us as being Sambos and you know, worthless and shiftless type of people, right? Because that's how black people were depicted in these cartoons. Another video to look at where you can see an example of this is, and I believe that Jay-Z used it as a satire, was his as the story of OJ video. He kind of was using that as a, you know, as a satire, how they looked at us, you know, house nigga, field nigga. So he's using these same caricatures or these same cartoon images to depict or see how these people look at us or how they felt about us. So when we look at, going back to the topic, when we talk about Gucci and Prada and all these different fashion houses, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, as black people, we're some of the biggest consumers in the world, worldwide, no matter where we come from. But here in America, and especially, we consume at a higher rate than any other group of people, whether it be food, whether it be hair care products, whether it be, you know, whatever it is, we consume at a higher percentage of the percentage that we make up as a people in America. And what we need to understand is that you know, I'm not telling you to grab all your Gucci and all your Prada, because that stuff is expensive. You know, some of you might have Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, and all this stuff. You know, is sometimes people get on the internet and be like, oh, you shouldn't have this, you shouldn't have that. I'm not going to be one of those type of people, because I think realistically, if you got 3 Gucci bags, you're not going to throw them away. You know, some people might sell them if they really feel a conviction or something like that. If you have 3 Louis Vuitton bags, or you got some Prada shoes, you're not going to throw it away, right? Because you spend too much money for it, and you're not going to just throw your money away. You get what I'm saying? But what I am saying is this: us as black people, we need to support what's made and owned by black. And that's just common sense. Every group of people does this, right? When you go into a Jewish neighborhood, they have supermarkets. The Jewish people support their supermarkets, and which they are supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You go to places like Chinatown, they have places where Chinese, no matter where in the city they live, in the 5 boroughs, they go down to Chinatown, right, to go buy and support Chinese people, right? Even in Sunset Park somewhere over there, they have like another mini Chinatown over there, and they support their own people. So there is nothing wrong with supporting your own people and your own products. Back in the days, we would have companies like Carl Kanai, and then you had like Sean John and Rockaware and Fat Farm, and we stopped supporting these black-owned companies, and that's where we go wrong, because we don't uplift our people, right? And although our people are providing quality, Sean John and Fat Farm and all these people, they were providing quality clothing, but we abandoned them to go back to Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and all these other companies that really don't aim they fashion towards us. I'm not saying that, I'm not going to get here and talk about everybody is racist and this, that, and the other, but we have to begin to acknowledge black economics. You know what I'm saying? We got to begin to let that money circulate within our community 10 times before it goes out. And that's the way you build wealth, and that's the way you build structure, and that's the way you gain power. If you continue to give your money to all these big companies, to Prada, to Gucci, to Louis Vuitton, to all these companies, then we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We're basically shooting ourselves in the foot. So we have to be aware of these things. We, as black consumers, we're very loyal. We support companies to a fault. We support Nike, Timberland, all these companies. I'm guilty of it. You know, I'm not talking as someone that's not guilty of these things. You know, we like a certain brand, we follow it, and it's been shown through the years that black consumers are very loyal to labels, and that comes from back in the days, right after coming out of slavery, or being a people that were oppressed. We used to go into the shops, and they used to give us the bottom of the rung type things that used to tear easy, or that will break apart easily, right? And then we grew this sense of pride that we wanted the best out of everything. We wanted the best because we felt like, you know, we wanted to prove ourselves in society, especially in those days in the 40s and 50s, you know, right after World War II, you know, Korean War, and all these places where black people began to own homes and things like that. We wanted things that were quality products. So we gained that sense of pride back then, and it was passed down from generation to generation. So that's why you see us want to get into the best and want to feel the best and want to look the best, because it stems from that period of time and from that era. But us as consumers today, we have to be smart. You know, why will you pay $300 for a belt? Why will you pay $300 for a pair of sneakers? You know, so these are things that we have to think about. These are things that we have to be aware about. We need to begin to support more black businesses, more black established businesses, so that way the money will circulate within our communities more and more, and we could build wealth, and we could sustain our communities, and that way you could begin to build communities that are strong and that will stand and that are efficient and that won't just deteriorate. You know, that's the way every ethnic group of people builds their community and their wealth. You know, you have to let that money circulate within that community at least 7 to 10 times. You can't, you know, we can't continue to be, you know, the biggest consumers and us being consumers, all the money go out to somebody else and it never stays within us, you know, within our community. So, you know, we got to hold places like Gucci and Prada accountable. It's a tough situation because many of you own these products already. And like I said, I'm not telling you to just go through your closet and throw all your stuff in the garbage, because then that wouldn't make any sense because you paid money for it. But what I am telling you is that you begin to look at what we're doing, and we need to understand and put things in perspective and begin to support your people more and keep that money circulating within our communities much more longer. Thank you, and everyone have a nice day.